The commercial conversations is the real show, I'm telling you. Okay, so welcome back to the chat, guys. So me being me, having many conversations with people in the Jacksonville community about what's important to them and how faith plays a role in their everyday lives. So I invited a few local pastors to join me for a cup of coffee to have an open conversation about righteous living. I'm so proud of this. Let's take a look. I'm gonna go ahead and just dive in. Guys, first of all, I want to introduce each of you. I asked you about your name earlier, and you would not tell me, so I'm just going to try my best to say your name. That's what I have to do, too. Rabbi Matchison?
Yeah, you did it better than we do it.
Right? No, I did not. Rabbi Matchison. And you are with Bethel the Beaches Synagogue.
Correct.
In Ponte Vedra Beach.
Correct.
And you have been at that place since 1996.
Right.
You have to think about that. It's been so long, right?
Yes. Is it what? Yes, that's correct.
1996. Yes. And also, we're also joined by Bishop George Davis of Impact Church.
Yes.
Thank you also for being here. And you've also been in Jacksonville since 1996. And Impact Church is one of those churches in Jacksonville. When you mention it, everyone knows it because obviously it makes an impact.
Thank you.
You have your wife April,
yes,
and you have 3 kids.
3 children.
3 children, and one of them surprised you, and she joined you here today.
She did.
What's her name?
This is Kerrigan over my left shoulder.
Hey, Kerrigan. She's beautiful.
She's a daddy's girl who doesn't want to admit she's a daddy's girl.
I already knew that. You didn't even have to tell me, because when she walked in the door, the look on your face, that told me everything I needed to know.
That's my baby.
There's nothing wrong with it. I admire that. You have actually made an appearance on 60 Minutes.
Oh, I did.
What was that about? What was that like? Tell us more.
That was when David Duke was running for governor of Louisiana.
Well, that was a long time ago.
Yeah. That was my 15 minutes of fame.
Well, you got 15 more with me.
I only have 15. Well, yes, that's right. So,
was that exciting for you?
It was a very difficult time. I mean, to think that that kind of vitriol would find people willing to listen. It was a little disheartening, but fun, challenging.
Okay, awesome. And you also have one daughter, Rachel.
I do.
Nice, very nice. And you're from New York.
The old country, Brooklyn.
Wow. How long have you been married?
24 years this July.
24 years. How amazing is that? 24 happy years.
Yeah.
To look on your
consecutive
face.
years, too. It's not,
no breaks in between.
It's not all totaled up.
That's awesome. So, you know, the reason I invited you guys to have a cup of coffee with me, there's issues, challenges in the community that I would like to address from a non-traditional standpoint, which is why we're here at a neutral grounds, a social grounds coffee shop here on Main Street, kind of new, about faith, about the church, about people that seems to be dropping off. And as I mentioned before, that kind of hurts me to my heart. And if I can just get one person to change their mind or to educate one person, then I think personally my job here would be done. It's a place where people come to for comfort, for answers, to hit that refresh button. But it appears as though, you know, with the way the world is today, the way people live is completely different now.
Sure.
A lot of people are not aware of righteous living. Now, I don't want anyone to get the idea that I'm the end-all, be-all, that I live right, because God knows I have my struggles, like most people do. But I just want to talk about righteous living. Rabbi, I'm going to start with you only because you're next to me. What is your definition of righteous living?
The things that we say and that we pray when we live them, if we really mean them, then we live them, and then our actions become more eloquent than the words that we've said. So, I mean, I think that righteous living means prayer made real by the ones who pray. I know a lot of people play lip service to righteousness. Living is different. I mean, we're being, my tradition, they call it being God's hands. So be God's hands, you know. I think that's, for me, what righteous living ultimately means, doing God's work, not just talking about it.
Bishop Davis, what is your...
Well, I mean, if you think about the definition of righteous living, it's really right living. And in reality, everybody in their own mind is living probably right in their own sight. According, it kind of depends on what standards you're basing it on. So for the context of our conversation, if we're talking about righteous living, we're talking about living a life that is right in the eyes of God. Because if that's not the context, then everybody's lifestyle or way of doing things is right in their own eyes. But for the purpose of our context, if we're talking about righteous living, is okay. Let's determine what does God really expect of us, and how does He expect for us to live in a way that is right in His eyes.
Good conversations. And if you want to hear more, tune in the rest of this week. I'm going to have a little bit every single day this week until we get it all done. They had such great conversations. But you stay tuned right now, because we will be right back.